Welcome to Strong Mind, Strong Body. This is episode 48, and what I want to talk about is what you search for, you're going to find. Now, I want to go into a little bit of a story, okay? Those of you that know me and have been listening to the pod for a while, you know I'm an endurance athlete. I like to do long stuff, cycling, mountain biking, gravel, that sort of thing. And as I'm gearing up for races, I do these group rides on the weekend. And, we get together with the local fast guys and, we, for lack of a better word, just show up just to kick each other in the face constantly, just time after time after time after again. Just, it's a big old swinging contest, if you will, right? And halfway through the ride, about 50 miles, 40 miles into the ride, we take a water break and refill our bottles. This guy walks up to me and it was interesting. He's all, "Hey, what is your take on creatine?" And before I could say it's good, it's bad, stay away from it, run from it, or, bathe in it, within seconds, without even waiting for my response, he's all, "I don't think it's working for me. I've been using it for a couple weeks now, and other than a little bit of water weight that I feel like I've gained, I don't really see any performance, muscle, anything like that." And I looked up, what happens when, does creatine work for everybody? And it says that 20% of the people that take it, it doesn't work for. Although I don't agree with that, but that's not what we're talking about here today. But he said, then I started looking at and researching why it doesn't work for people, that the type of people it doesn't work for, what's going on, and why it doesn't work. So he took it for 2 weeks and he started researching why it's not going to work for him. So he didn't research how creatine works or why it works or how to maximize it or the best way to utilize it and how long to stay on it, how to eat, how to drink, how to hydrate, how to do any of this. He searched for reasons it wasn't working. And guess what? He 100% found what he was looking for. That's how life works. It's what you search for, you're 100% going to find. Look for signs of failure, you're going to find them. I mean, that's, you want to know why you're not successful, you're going to find it. You want to sit there and, it's my boss's fault, it's this, it's, my company, it's this, it's, you have all these things, although might be valid, but what do you have that's working for you? What do you have that you can be utilizing to become better? Because the situation you're in, it might be subpar, but it might be teaching you a lesson. It might be teaching you how to overcome things. It might be teaching you a way to think outside of the box and use what you have to be a top performer. And it goes with your family, your life, just every single aspect of it. But we're so damn quick to look for the exit doors and everything else that's not going to work. And, it's just like, we're in such a society that we throw stuff away. If it doesn't work, it's not for me. You start a diet and you're in it for a couple weeks or maybe 4 days. You're like, that didn't work for me. Or my all-time favorite is when somebody says, "Oh, this diet works for me, so why are you trying to do it again?" Well, it only works if I'm like, so it doesn't work long term and it's not sustainable. Or, it's this job wasn't for me. Well, was it not for you because it was challenging you in ways and made you uncomfortable and you were tired of it? Or was the management situation not working? Or did you just not even put forth the effort? Did you not commit to the work? Because again, we're so quick to look for the exits and the reasons that it's not working instead of committing to the work. You see, most of the time, And I've been there. Man, have I been there. Most of the time, we quit before we even start. You're like, no, I always start. I'm like, no, you see, it's just, I was reading something the other day, or I was reading or listening, or I don't know, something. And it said that, it's like saying, I'm, 17 days of into quitting smoking, and it's kind of like when you go into this, it was actually Tony Robbins that said that, right? He's all, I'm 17 days into quitting smoking. He was talking to somebody and he's like, why are you saying 17 days? So the next time you fail, you can tell to somebody, hey, I made it 17 days or I made it 21 days. You're literally putting a time frame on, this is how long before I failed, instead of just saying, oh, how long you been? Oh, I'm not a smoker anymore. Mindset shift, right? Instead of like, oh, I'm doing, 75 hard, which is a phenomenal program. I love it, but at the same time, most people use it as a crutch. And so many people don't even get what the program's about. The weight loss. No, man, it's about committing to doing the suck. That's straight up what it is, and redefining and getting it done regardless of the situation. But we're so quick to just quit before we even start, before we even put in the effort. And what I mean by quit before we even start is you might start something, but you already got a foot out the door because you're like, if this doesn't work, I'm just going to fall back and do this. If this relationship doesn't work, we can just get a divorce. If this diet doesn't work, I'm just going to go to this one. Or it's just like, literally, you're not committing to the process and being consistent and showing up day in and day out, and you're bitching about the entire situation not working without trying to find avenues and things that is going to work to help you get further along and help become a better version of you. Because let's face it, no matter what you're doing in life, if you are not a better version of yourself, you're never going to get there, right? You see, 2 weeks, I mean, what are you really going to know in 2 weeks? There's so many things that is going to change, right? That's not testing anything. That's barely scratching the surface. And friends, this is not about creatine. This is about commitment. Most people quit long before the breakthrough could ever even happen because they've already convinced themselves it won't work, right? I talk to people all the time. I'm like, hey, why don't you do this? They're like, oh, that's not for me. You know what? I don't have this. Or you know what? That's just, you know, they're doing this, this, and this, and this, and this. And, that's just not, it's not going to work for me, and it's kind of like the current political situation in the United States, right? I mean, COVID came around and all of a sudden the fry cook at McDonald's was a virologist expert. And all of a sudden right now in 2025, everybody is a world economic expert and they major in tariffs and how to run one of the most powerful countries in the world and how to be a leader and how to run departments and how to run the government and how to run all of this, but yet they can't get their ass out of bed when they say they want to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning just to get a walk around the block, but they're a goddamn expert in whatever's going on. What I'm getting at is what you look for, you're going to find, right? Because it's not about looking. I mean, it is actually, okay. Let's talk this out. I'm talking to myself, talking to y'all. It is actually what you're looking for, right? So if you're literally sitting here thinking about how everything's bad, you're 100% right. You are going to find everything that is bad. But if you start looking at everything as good, then everything is good. What's going on in the world is going on for everybody else. But these world leaders, it doesn't matter what country you're in, they are never going to be sitting at your table. All these issues and setbacks that you're coming up with and these bullshit excuses that you're having in your mind, have you ever sat there and just made something bigger than it's ever going to be? Right? You're just like, oh my gosh, it's like with public speaking, right? You think about, oh, what if I do this? What if I botch this? What if I screw this word up or whatever it is, right? Then when you finally go through with it, it's not that bad. But yet we had this grocery list of things that just like all these things that could go wrong. And when we try to become better and look for different avenues, or somebody says, hey, we should try this or that, and you instantly default into a negative state of like, this isn't going to work, you're 100% correct, because you are only searching for every single aspect in your life. You are always looking at the negative when you have so many positives. If you're sitting here and you're so pissed off about what's going on with the world leaders and everything else, but yet you're watching me on your iPhone, there you got a lot to be grateful for. And you got a job. You have to reframe it. Because again, whatever you look for, you're 100% going to find. If you want to search for negativity, dude, there's a grocery list of negative things out in the world. But you know what? Those negative things, why are the people that are creating the life that you long for, that you beg for, even though you might be, man, it's these people are on their yachts or their Lambos or their house or their this or their that. And hey, success has different levels. That might not mean anything to you. Success might be being able to go to the grocery store and not think about the money that's in your account. Success might be about not worrying about going on a road trip because you don't have money to do that. Success might be like, hey, I want to go and do something really nice this weekend. And really nice might be going to another city and staying the night. Success has so many different levels. And whatever that is for you, you're the only person that can answer that. But the way successful people get there is they do not focus on the negative. They focus on what they can do and the positive, because what they search for will find. It's like the whole quantum leap strategy, right? You believe it, you see it, you speak it, it'll come. So yeah, I can't do this. I'm not going to get there. I'm stuck. I'm not going to succeed. You're right. The universe is going to give you exactly what you're looking for. But yet, if I can do this, I'll figure it out, I'm going to get there. And it's not if it happens, it's when it happens. And isn't it going to be awesome when this all works out? Dude, I got goosebumps even saying that. Because that is a mental mind shift change. And once you get there, that's when you're going to start to unlock the true potential of your life. And that is so powerful. Success takes more than interest. It is such an investment. It is the biggest investment you're ever going to make in your life. Because your mindset is the filter for everything. If your mind is set on failure, everything becomes proof that you're right. Exactly what we were just talking about. If your mindset is set on growth, setbacks become data, not defeat. Right? If you're constantly looking at how you can be better, but yet stuff isn't working out, you're going to be like, okay, not this isn't for me. It's, hey, that didn't work out. So how could I tweak this? Or if you literally detach from the situation and be like, what went wrong? How could I improve it? Could my approach be better? Could I be, a little bit more, have my time better scheduled? Can I set things up a little bit better? Could I talk a little bit less? Could I say a little bit more? If you detach from the situation and look, how can I become better? But most of the time what I found is they don't get it. It's not for them. It's, no. The reason why they don't get it The reason why it's not for them, it's because you need to do a better job. It's on you. And once you take that ownership of this is my life, and the reason why stuff isn't happening is because of me, not my friends, not my family, sure as hell not my circumstances, I can change all of that. Because there's nothing in there that you are stuck with at all. You see, high performers view results so different. Michael Jordan, right? He cannot tell you how many games he won or how many shots he made, but he can tell you how many shots he missed. That's powerful because I can be better, right? It's like, what was it, 1984? I forget the cat's name. But in 1984, up to that point, nobody at all thought running a 4-minute mile was even possible. One dude did it the first week in August in 1984. The rest of the month, 12 people did it also because they were shown the way. But most people, in fact, almost all of them, thought it was impossible. And they were right until one person, one strong-willed, right mindset person says, nah, that's just noise. Watch this. Sit back and enjoy. Pop you some popcorn because this is going to be special. And he did it. He proved and he showed the way for others. And that is what is so important. You see, high performers don't judge the process based on a week or an article or some bullshit research that somebody put up and it's like, oh, that seems really good. They stay in the game long enough to win. They stay dedicated to the basics long enough to win. They're not constantly tweaking, not constantly adjusting, not constantly jumping from 47 different things. They're like, this works, but I can become better in here, here, and here. It's so crazy. And I see it so many times in the nutrition world, right? So many people hop from here and the endurance world. They hop from this workout or this type of feeling and this, and this. It's like, yeah, but are you your ideal weight? But yet you're looking for top performing supplements or you're looking for the best type of workouts. Are you getting in your sleep? Are you getting in your basic nutrition, carb, fat, protein? Are you getting in the basics? Are you learning how to walk, but yet you're trying to sprint right now? Because you're going to get a hell of a lot further when you learn how to walk. Because sprinting only lasts for so long. You see, and again, the real problem wasn't the whole creatine in the beginning of my storytelling here, right? With the buddy that came up to me and was talking about it. You know, we're not talking about supplements. Friends, we're talking about standards. And they are so important. Most people want the result, but they don't want to go through the process. They use research to validate why they should stay comfortable. Alex Hormozy says it the best. Everybody, there's not a soul on earth that doesn't love the view from the top. But do you know why there's so few people at the top? Because nobody enjoys the climb. And majority of the people will give up on that climb because it's too hard, it's too difficult, too many late nights, too much blood, sweat, and tears, too many sacrifices, and they're not willing to do it. That's why they're going to stay here, and you are going to continue to climb the mountain regardless of what happens. Lose a leg, I'm climbing. Out of food, I'm climbing. Have a setback, I'm climbing. Lose my job, I'm climbing because I'm after a bigger purpose. Because when I get to the top, the only reason why people get to the top and stay there is because they went step by step, day by day, and grinded it out. Some days they slipped back and fell down the mountain, but they got their ass right back up and started climbing again. Some days they got hurt. Some days they felt defeated. Some days they just, is this even worth it? And let me tell you something about success. Let me tell you about something about growing a business. Let me tell you something about finding out who you are. Do you know when you're on the right track? You're on the right track when you're literally sitting there wondering, is this even worth it? Why am I doing this? Why am I working on this in my spare time? I'd love to be sitting on the couch, scrolling through the gram, going through meaningless bullshit content, but yet sitting here, we're recording, we're sitting here, we're trying to grow a community, we're sitting here trying to add value to the world, no matter what, we're showing up day in and day out. So maybe one person can get an impact in a positive way by what we're doing. That right there is why we climb the goddamn mountain. Because that right there is why we do what we do. But you know what? That isn't for everybody. That burning desire inside of you, that just will to grow, that is a gift. That is such a gift. You know why? Because not everybody has it. The will to show up, the will to want to be better, the will to want to create something. Dude, that is such a gift. Such a gift. Because so many people do not have that. So I'm asking you to take that gift. I'm asking you to take that gift and harness it, because there's a reason why you have it. There's a reason why it is placed on your heart. There's a reason why your soul is burning to do that, is because it is there to impact somebody and do something in this world. Because if you have that desire to become something different, a desire to create something, that's because it's not meant for you. It is meant to make an impact in this world. Because that gift is going to change a life. That gift is going to open up the possibilities for you to have that life that you've always dreamed about. People don't have those dreams. People don't have that will. The fact that you have those dreams, have that will, have that on your heart to want to become better. Dude, hear me, please. That is such a gift, because not a lot of people have that. Not a lot of people can see that. And the fact that you see it means the universe, means that God is telling you that this is in store for you if you just shut up and put in the work and trust me. You can do this. Friends, if something matters to you, stop looking for the reasons it's not going to work. Because there's a reason why it's laid on your heart. It's a reason why it's in your soul. There's a reason why you wake up in the morning thinking about it day in and day out. There's a reason why you sit on the couch and you're sick and tired of where you're at and you want better. Because I can show you a million other people that don't. Start committing to someone that likes to get the work in. What if you search for signs that will work instead of always looking at the negativity? Friends, again, whatever is in your soul, whatever it is you're thinking about, that life of becoming better, whatever that vision is in your mind, that is a gift. And that is literally the universe showing you what is out there for you. You just got to meet it halfway. You just have to climb that mountain. And I promise you, it's going to be a brutal, hard climb. But you know why there's so few people at the top? Is because you do not give up. And if nobody has ever told you this, and if nobody has ever told you they believe in you, you have somebody now, because I believe in you. Friends, you have a calling, you have something on your heart, you have something in your soul to become better, and it is a gift. And I want you to follow through with that. It is so, so important because it is literally the universe, God, whatever it is, showing you what you can become if you just trust it and do it. It's not the 4 a.m. club. It's not the bullshit morning routines. You know what you need to do. You just need to execute on it. So friends, I'm asking you to execute on that. I'm asking you to trust your soul. I'm asking you to make the impact in the world that is your calling and make it happen. Friends, I also wanted to invite you to the community we have created. I've always wanted, this community is something I wanted 20 years ago, right? As leaders, as men, as women, as professionals in your field, we have a lot on our plate. There's a lot on our shoulders. And, we hear about people around us, they're bitching about stuff that's happening. They're always just like, I need a day. I need to take a vacation. I need to have some time to myself. And for us high performers, we don't have that. We don't even verbalize what is going on in our life because A, we don't think anybody cares. B, we know nobody cares. C, it doesn't matter because we got shit we need to do. We don't have time to be in touch with our feelings. We don't have time to verbalize what is going on. We don't have time to sit there and mope and sit on the couch and freaking ice cream because we have stuff we need to do. We have people counting on us because the world will not stop for our feelings. So I created a community of like-minded individuals who want to be better, who just might need to be like, hey, I'm going through this. And it's not here to sit there and rah, get your shit together. You might need that. You might not need that. Or it might be, hey, I just need to put this out there. I'm not looking for any feedback. I just need to put it down, pen to paper, type it out. And you put it out there and it's like, hey, bro, I see you. I hear you. I got you. You need me? I got you. That's a community built on people supporting each other, a community built on supporting each other, a community built on having each other's back, a community built on being able to verbalize things and just be like, I just need an ear. I just need to get this off my chest. I don't want a pity party. I don't want any of that. I just need to verbalize it. Then I need to go about my shit. I get that. That's why I created this, because it's not there. People don't have that. It's like, buy my course and this is gonna, no. This isn't something where we can promise change. This isn't something where we can promise the world or any of that, like every other freaking course can do. But what we can do is we can promise you the support. We can promise you the ability to be in a community of people that are after the same common goal and the same commonality to become better men, better women, better leaders in their community, success, everything, mindset. This is all about being the best version of ourselves day in and day out and having that community to support each other through that. So I invite you to check out my school program. The link is going to be in the bio. Check it out. Listen to the pod. You get a 7-day free trial. Just get in there, kick it around a little bit, check it out, see if it's for you. But I have a feeling it is. So hit the link, check it out. Follow me on Instagram at Real Kevin Summers. Like, comment, share. Watching this on the tube, hit the thumbs up button. Anything you can do to support the show would be absolutely incredible. And friends, I want to close with this. If you look for excuses, you'll always find one. But if you look for a way, you'll find that too. I love you guys. We'll talk to you next time.